So welcome dear students, we are starting with our chapter number 7, that is metals, non-metals. This chapter will be taught in 3 parts. So let us start with the first part of this topic. Now before we move to what are metals and what are non-metals, first just look around yourself. You will find that there are different substances in our surroundings. Some are solids, some are liquids, some are gases, some are man-made, some are made out of plastic. So they are of different material. So everything around us is termed with a common name, that is matter. So everything around us is termed as matter. Okay. Now this matter includes all non-living substances around us. Now these substances are being classified as elements and compounds. Elements are those substances which are present naturally on the earth's surface, and they are in the pure form. Okay. Now they further combine and they form compounds, which we have learned in our chapter inside the atom. So when you have hydrogen and oxygen, which are two different elements in the pure form, they combine to form a compound, that is water. Okay. Now these elements which we have studied in inside the atom, these elements are further classified depending on their characteristics or their properties. They are classified under 3 categories, that is metals, non-metals and metalloids. So let us see about them in detail. One more thing, till date 118 elements are being known to us. So if you get to see the periodic table on internet, you will see there are 118 elements which are placed in the periodic table depending on their properties. So let us see now in the next slide about metals. Look at the picture given here. These are some of the things made out of metal. So we have a radiator, we have a tap, frying pan, spanner, nails, key, tin, a medal and a saucepan. So all of these are made out of metal. Now just keeping all these things in your mind, or various examples in our day-to-day life made out of metal, let us think of different physical properties of a metal and let us come to a conclusion, what is a metal. Okay, when I say physical properties means how do they look, how are they in nature. So what are metals and what are the physical properties of metals? So after seeing all the examples around us, we can say that metals are solids, right? We also have some exceptions here. So mercury is also a metal, but it is in the liquid form at room temperature. And because of this unique property, it is being used in the thermometer. Because we know that metals are also good conductors of heat and electricity, which will be our next point. So, not the next one, but in one of the points. Second one, metals have luster, means they have shine. So all these examples which I have given, they shine, they reflect the backlight. So luster is nothing but the property of shining or reflecting backlight. Next, metals are hard except for lithium, potassium and sodium. These are also metals, but they are soft. In fact, sodium is as soft as an eraser. You can easily cut it with a knife. But sodium combines with atmospheric oxygen and it explodes. Therefore, in the laboratories, sodium pieces are kept dipped into kerosene so that it doesn't come in contact with the outside atmosphere. Next, metals are ductile, that they can be beaten into thin wires. So all the electrical wirings in our homes, these wires are made out of metals. Ductile is nothing but a property of getting converted into a thin wire. So you can convert it into a thin wire by beating it with a hammer, or it is done by machines also. Then metals are malleable, means they can be beaten into thin sheets. So not only wire, they can be also given a shape of a thin sheet. So this property is known as malleability. Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. So all the examples here, saucepan or frying pan or utensils, we know they are made out of metal because it's a good conductor. Next, metals have high density. Density means it has all the atoms closely packed except for lithium, potassium and sodium. And yes, because these three have less density, they are easy to break. They are not hard. Okay. Eighth one, metals have high melting point and boiling point except for mercury, gallium, sodium and potassium. They have lower melting point and boiling point. Metals are sonorous. Sonorous means the property of producing sound. So if you bang a utensil with a spoon or any object, it makes that sound. Okay. So this property of making sound is known as sonority. And hence they are termed to be sonorous. The last property of metals will be metals lose their valence electron to produce positively charged ions that are cations. Yes, so here inside the atom we have seen that mostly all the metals have valency 1. For example, sodium, we had lithium, we had aluminium. Sorry, aluminium had valency 2, lithium had valency 3. Now, they had valency such that this valency can be given away. So, they had these electrons in the outermost shell which were easily given away instead of accepting electron, and therefore these are all metals. So, metals have a tendency of giving away electrons, and because of this property, they are used in conduction of electricity and heat. Okay. So this electron which separates from the metal is termed as cation. So look at the picture given here. You will see that most of them are gases here. That is oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, correct? And some of them are here uh, in solid form also and in liquid form also. Okay, so here basically we can conclude that all this picture has different examples of solid, liquids and gases, correct? And yes, let me tell you that they are examples of non-metals. So let us see now what are non-metals and what are the physical properties of a non-metal. Yes, so what are non-metals and how do we identify them? So we can only identify them with the help of the physical properties seen in these non-metals. So let us see. First one, non-metals at ordinary temperature occur as solid, liquids and gases. So they are present in all three states. Okay. For example, solids we have carbon, sulfur, phosphorus. Liquids we have bromine. Gases we have hydrogen, we have nitrogen, oxygen. Okay. Non-metals are brittle. Brittle means they break easily. So they are soft or break easily except for diamond, which is the hardest substance in nature. Remember, diamond is a non-metal, but it is the hardest substance present in nature. Remember this. Non-metals do not have luster. Non-metals are neither ductile nor malleable. This we have learned in the earlier page, on the earlier slide. Non-metals are bad conductors of heat and electricity. Now, even here we have some exceptions. So, except for graphite, which is a good conductor. Graphite, you have your pencils, your pencil lead, that is graphite. So if you sharpen your pencil from both the ends and you connect wires to it, electric current can pass through them, and you connect them to a battery, a dry cell, and try to glow a bulb, you will see it will glow, because graphite is a good conductor. So you can just search on Google, you will find this experiments done. Okay. Then non-metals have low densities, and the last one, non-metals have low melting point and boiling point. Okay, so you will see the properties are similar compared to metal. The only thing is they are reverse. So the same properties we are comparing here in non-metals. So most of the properties are opposite to that of metals. Next, let us see what are metalloids. Yes, look at the picture given here. These are the examples of all metalloids. Now you will see they look solid also. Some of them are shiny, some of them are rough. So they are having mixed properties like metals and non-metals, correct? So here, what are metalloids? So metalloids are those elements that have properties of both metals and non-metals. Okay, so they will be showing some properties of metals as well as that of non-metal, and that is why they are termed as metalloids. So this table will help us to quickly recall some of the physical properties of metals, non-metals and metalloids. Now, though most of them are not listed here, few of them are being put in the table. But in the earlier slides, all the properties are given in detail. So if you study everything, this is just for our recap. So at room temperature, metals are solid except for mercury. Non-metals are solid liquids and gases. Only bromine is a liquid. So mostly they are gases and solids. Metalloids, they are solids. Appearance, metals are shiny, that is they have luster. Non-metals not very shiny, and metalloids they are dull or they are shiny, so both. Conductivity, metals are good conductors, non-metals are poor conductors. Please don't write bad, use the word poor or else the non-metals will feel bad about this. Metalloids may conduct electricity and they can also be poor conductors of heat. Malleability and ductility, metals are malleable and ductile, non-metals are brittle and non-ductile, and metalloids are also brittle and non-ductile. So this table is just for your recap. Okay. So thank you girls for listening with a lot of patience. Please read the chapter till wherever I have finished now. Part 2 and part 3 of the chapter will be sent to you soon. Till then, keep studying, be safe, and God bless you all.